Golden State Warriors surprised many by starting the 2024-25 season strong, establishing themselves as the second-place team in the Western Conference. With an impressive 12-5 record, the team has proven that, despite doubts, it remains a force to be reckoned with. But is that enough to secure a championship this season? Despite their solid performance so far, the road to the top of the conference won't be easy. Teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Minnesota Timberwolves are ready to challenge the Warriors in any playoff scenario. Stephen Curry and his teammates have the talent, but the lingering question is, do they have enough depth to overcome these powerhouses in a 7-game series? If the goal is to go further and solidify their position as favorites, the Warriors may need to make a big move. Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green have been leading excellently, but perhaps it's time to bring in another star to share the responsibilities, especially during the intense playoff push. This brings us to the financial aspect. With the team operating close to the salary cap, any decision needs to be made with great care. But that doesn't mean the possibilities aren't intriguing. Here are 7 trade ideas that could transform the Warriors into a true title contender. 1. Miles Turner to the Golden State Warriors, an update that could transform the season. The Golden State Warriors have much to celebrate with their strong start to the season, but the desire to win a championship requires continuous adjustments. One of the most interesting trade ideas to emerge recently involves Miles Turner, the center from the Indiana Pacers, and the impact his arrival could have on the Warriors roster. Let's break down the details and what this potential trade could mean for both teams. The proposed trade. Golden State Warriors receive Miles Turner. Indiana Pacers receive Jonathan Kuminga, Tracy Jackson-Davis, and a 2027 first-round pick. Trading Jonathan Kuminga, a young player with enormous potential and a valuable future pick, is not an easy decision. But when considering what Miles Turner offers, the deal could make perfect sense. Why Turner is the perfect fit for the Warriors. Turner is exactly the type of player who can address several of the Warriors' gaps. Defensively, he is a proven anchor, leading the league in blocks for multiple seasons and averaging 1.9 blocks per game in 2024. His rim protection ability would be crucial in facing players like Nikola Jokic and Anthony Davis in the playoffs. Furthermore, his presence would allow Draymond Green to focus more on playmaking and transition work, maximizing his defensive versatility. And it doesn't stop there. Turner is one of the few centers in the league who also brings offensive value beyond the paint. With an impressive 42% shooting from three-point range this season, he would fit perfectly into the Warriors' offense, which is based on spacing and ball movement. Imagine Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson operating with even more freedom, thanks to Turner's outside shooting threat. Sounds promising, doesn't it? Another problem Turner could solve is rebounding, an area where the Warriors have struggled. Currently, the team is among the worst in the league in rebound differential, with an average of 7.3 rebounds per game. Turner provides stability on the boards and could give Curry and company more opportunities for fast breaks. What the Pacers gain from this? For the Indiana Pacers, this trade could be a smart move for the future. Jonathan Kuminga, though still developing, has shown flashes of being an important player for any team. His athleticism and defensive ability give the Pacers a versatile wing to complement their young core led by Tyrese Halliburton. Tracy Jackson-Davis, also an emerging talent, would add depth and potential to the Pacers' frontcourt. And the 2027 first-round pick is an additional guarantee for the future, giving Indiana flexibility to build an even more competitive team. Should the Warriors take the risk? This trade would be a bold move for the Warriors. Giving up Kuminga and a future pick may seem like a steep price, but Turner's immediate impact on the team could be the difference between a good season and a championship run. What do you think? Should the Warriors invest in Turner now, even if it costs part of their future? Or should they continue developing their young talents and rely on the current roster to overcome adversity? Share your opinion in the comments. This is the kind of trade that could spark many discussions among fans. Do you believe Turner is the right name to take the Warriors to the next level? Let's debate. 2. Cameron Johnson to the Warriors? A trade that could shape the team's future. The Golden State Warriors are looking for ways to maintain their competitiveness in the 2024-25 season, and one of the most enticing ideas is acquiring Cameron Johnson from the Brooklyn Nets. Combining shooting efficiency, size, and defensive versatility, Johnson could be a key piece for the Warriors, especially in a season where the balance between youth and experience will be crucial. But is this trade worth the cost? Let's explore the details and understand the impact this move could have for both the Warriors and the Nets. The trade details. Golden State Warriors receive Cameron Johnson. Brooklyn Nets receive Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, and Kevin Looney. This proposal may seem risky, as it involves giving up three important players, but Johnson's potential fit within the Warriors system is something that cannot be ignored. Why Cameron Johnson is the right target. Cameron Johnson offers exactly what the Warriors are looking for in a forward: shooting efficiency and defensive versatility. With a 43.1% three-point shooting rate this season, Johnson is one of the best floor spacers available. His ability to move without the ball and execute quick plays would be a perfect complement to Stephen Curry's style of play, which thrives with teammates who know how to occupy the right spaces. Defensively, Johnson stands out not only for his size, 6 feet 8 inches, but also for his ability to guard multiple positions. He is the type of player who can guard perimeter scorers or help with switches against smaller lineups, something vital for the Warriors in playoff series. Additionally, his experience in the 2021 finals with the Phoenix Suns brings a winning mentality that could benefit a team focused on maximizing its championship window. Another advantage of Johnson is his ability to contribute without disrupting the team's chemistry. He is known for his selfless play and for adapting quickly to different systems, which are key traits for a team with a strong culture like the Warriors. What does this trade mean for the Nets? On the Nets side, this trade could be an opportunity to diversify the roster and bet on young talent. Jonathan Kuminga is a promising player with the potential to be a two-way force in the future. He has already shown glimpses of potential, and a move to Brooklyn could offer more minutes and opportunities to develop his game. Gary Payton II brings something every team values: elite perimeter defense. He would be a valuable piece in playoff situations, guarding the best opposing players and bringing energy in critical moments. Kevin Looney, in turn, is one of the most consistent players in the NBA when it comes to rebounding and defense. He would be a pillar in the paint for the Nets, addressing one of the team's most evident issues and allowing other players to focus on offense. Furthermore, this trade would help Brooklyn create salary cap space for future moves, maintaining flexibility to build around their key talents. Is it worth the risk for the Warriors? The decision to trade Kuminga, Payton, and Looney for Cameron Johnson is not simple. The Warriors would be sacrificing depth and established defense to acquire a player who could elevate both the offensive and defensive levels of the team. But the question is, will it be enough? What do you think, fans? Do you believe Cameron Johnson is the right fit for the Warriors to reach the next level? Or is the price too high for a player who, despite being talented, does not have the same impact as the current pillars of the team? Leave your opinion in the comments. Could Johnson be the difference maker for another championship? Or should the Warriors trust the roster they already have? Let's discuss. 3. Herbert Jones to the Warriors? The dream defense could be within reach. As the 2024-25 NBA season unfolds, the Golden State Warriors continue looking for ways to improve their performance, especially on defense. One of the most interesting proposals that has emerged involves acquiring Herbert Jones, an elite defender from the New Orleans Pelicans. But does this trade make sense for both sides? Let's analyze the details and understand what this move could mean for the future of both the Warriors and the Pelicans. The proposed trade. Golden State Warriors receive Herbert Jones. New Orleans Pelicans receive Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. This trade has significant implications, especially considering the defensive impact Jones could bring to Steve Kerr's squad. Why Herbert Jones is ideal for the Warriors. Herbert Jones is widely regarded as one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. With averages of 1.4 steals per game last season and an impressive 1.8 in 4 games this season, Jones specializes in disrupting passing lanes, forcing turnovers, and guarding the top scorers on opposing teams. His energy and constant effort would make him an immediate fan favorite at the Chase Center. Additionally, Jones offers defensive versatility, being able to guard players of various positions, from agile forwards to explosive point guards. In a Western Conference full of stars like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic, Jones' ability to contain these talents would be invaluable to the Warriors in a playoff series. Offensively, while Jones is not known for being a force on offense, he has improved his efficiency, shooting 41.8% from three-point range last season. His movement without the ball, precise cuts, and ability in fast transitions would complement Golden State's dynamic, pass-heavy style of play. Furthermore, imagine a defensive lineup that includes Draymond Green and Herbert Jones working together. This combination could smother even the most powerful offenses, giving the Warriors a decisive edge in close games. What do the Pelicans gain from this trade? For the New Orleans Pelicans, parting with Herbert Jones wouldn't be easy, but the arrival of Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody brings many reasons to consider the deal. Kuminga, with his impressive athleticism and versatility, has the potential to be a cornerstone player for the future of the Pelicans. His style of play fits perfectly with stars like Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram, providing a physical and dynamic presence on the floor. Moreover, Kuminga is still developing, meaning he could reach even higher levels in his career. Moses Moody, in turn, offers something the Pelicans have been seeking: shooting consistency and commitment on defense. Moody is known for his ability to space the floor and contribute defensively, traits that align well with New Orleans' system. This trade would also help the Pelicans better manage their future contract extensions, ensuring financial flexibility to build around their core players. Is it worth it for the Warriors? Bringing Herbert Jones to the Warriors is a bet on the present. He immediately elevates the team's defensive capabilities and fits perfectly into Steve Kerr's collective and versatile style. However, losing Kuminga and Moody could limit the team's future, especially considering both players' potential to become stars in the NBA. What do you think, fans? Should the Warriors prioritize defense and go all in on Herbert Jones? Or is the price of Kuminga and Moody too high for a trade like this? Leave your opinion in the comments. Is this the right move for the Warriors to solidify themselves as championship favorites? Or should the team rely on its young talent? Let's talk! For Clint Capela to the Warriors, a solution for the paint? The Warriors have shown they can compete at a high level, but a persistent weakness has been the lack of a dominant presence in the paint. This is where Clint Capela, currently with the Atlanta Hawks, comes into the discussion. With a trade proposal involving Gary Payton II, Moses Moody, Kevin Looney, and future draft picks, Golden State might be about to make a bold move. But is it worth it? The proposed trade. Golden State Warriors receive Clint Capela. Atlanta Hawks receive Gary Payton II, Moses Moody, Kevin Looney, 2026 second-round pick, 2028 second-round pick. Let's understand the impact this trade could have for both sides. Why Clint Capela is important for the Warriors. At 30 years old, Clint Capela remains a force in the paint. This season, he's averaging 8.3 rebounds and 0.8 blocks per game, stats that may not jump off the page but have a significant impact on the floor. The Warriors have struggled with rebounding, often losing important opportunities because of it. Capela would solve this issue, bringing a physical presence that the team desperately needs. Defensively, Capela is known for his ability to protect the rim, which is crucial in a Western Conference filled with dominant big men like Nikola Jokic and Rudy Gobert. His ability to anchor the defense would relieve Draymond Green, allowing him to focus more on his versatility and leadership on the floor. Offensively, Capela is efficient around the basket, shooting 62.6% from the field. He's not a spacer, but his ability to finish pick and rolls and convert precise passes from Stephen Curry and Draymond Green would be valuable in the Warriors' fluid offense. How the Hawks benefit. For the Atlanta Hawks, This trade wouldn't just be about letting go of Capela, but also about what they get in return. Gary Payton II is an elite perimeter defender, bringing energy, intensity, and playoff experience. Moses Moody, on the other hand, offers youth, potential, and reliable shooting that could help open up the Hawks' offense. Kevin Looney, one of the league's most consistent rebounders, would competently replace Capela in the paint. He is also known for his court IQ, which fits well within Atlanta's system. Additionally, the 2026 and 2028 second-round picks give the Hawks the flexibility to plan future moves while providing more minutes for Onyeka Okongwu, their promising young center. Is the trade worth it? While Capela could bring defensive stability and improve the Warriors' rebounding, the price is high. Losing Gary Payton II and Moses Moody means sacrificing perimeter depth and shooting. Additionally, Kevin Looney has been a reliable player, especially in clutch moments like the playoffs. On the other hand, if the Warriors' priority is to maximize their championship window with Stephen Curry, betting on Capela could be a smart move. He offers exactly what the team needs right now: rim protection, rebounding, and efficiency around the basket. What do you think, fans? Do you think Clint Capela is the missing piece the Warriors need to solidify their position as title contenders? Or is the cost of this trade, with the loss of key players like Gary Payton II and Moses Moody, too high? Share your opinion in the comments. Is this the piece that could help the Warriors dominate the Western Conference? Or should they keep their current core and explore other options in the market? Let's discuss. 5. Nick Claxton, the player the Warriors need? The Golden State Warriors continue exploring ways to optimize their roster to compete at a high level this season. An intriguing proposal brings Nick Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets as the next center for the team. This trade, which would include Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, and Kevin Looney going to Brooklyn, promises to balance the Warriors' present and future. But is it worth the investment? The proposed trade. Golden State Warriors receive Nick Claxton. Brooklyn Nets receive Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, Kevin Looney. Now, let's dive into the potential impact of this trade for both teams. Why Nick Claxton could be the solution for the Warriors. At 25 years old, Nick Claxton represents a unique blend of youth athleticism and versatility. His numbers this season: 8.5 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game, with a 70.5% field goal percentage, highlight his efficiency on the floor. Claxton is not only a finisher near the basket, but also a defender who can switch on the guards on the perimeter, something rare among centers. In the Warriors system, which values ball movement and versatility, Claxton would be a natural fit. Offensively, he could shine as a pick-and-roll threat with Stephen Curry, while his ability to set quality screens would open up space for accurate long-range shots. Defensively, Claxton brings mobility and energy, characteristics that complement Draymond Green's aggressive style. Additionally, his rim protection would be a crucial asset against opponents like Nikola Jokic and Anthony Davis in the playoffs. At just 25 years old, Claxton also offers something the Warriors have been seeking: a player who contributes now but also fits into a longer-term timeline as they look ahead to the post-Stephen Curry era. What the Nets gain from this trade? For the Brooklyn Nets, this trade represents an opportunity to reshape their roster. Jonathan Kuminga is a young talent with offensive and defensive potential. He offers explosiveness and versatility that could complement players like Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges. Gary Payton II, known for his elite defense, would bring intensity on the perimeter and playoff experience, something the Nets need to compete in the Eastern Conference. Kevin Looney, on the other hand, is a reliable rebounder and a high IQ player who would anchor the paint and help maintain the team's defensive balance. Additionally, by parting ways with Claxton, the Nets create space to explore new options in free agency while increasing their flexibility for future market moves. Is it worth the risk for Golden State? This trade is not without risks for the Warriors. Losing Kevin Looney, a key player in the paint, could disrupt team chemistry and consistency. Moreover, Jonathan Kuminga still has a high developmental ceiling, and giving up on him might be premature. On the other hand, Claxton offers attributes none of the Warriors' current centers possess: the mobility to guard multiple positions and offensive efficiency in fast-paced plays. He also raises the team's defensive ceiling, a crucial aspect for a successful playoff run. What about you, fans? Do you think Nick Claxton is the player who could take the Warriors to the next level, or is the price of this trade too high to justify? Do you believe that this youth and versatility would be worth the departure of important players like Kuminga, Payton, and Looney? Share your thoughts in the comments. Would this trade be a game-changing move for the Warriors, or should they look for another type of reinforcement? Let's talk. 6. Dillon Brooks, the feisty defender the Warriors need. The Golden State Warriors continue to evaluate options to strengthen their defense and competitiveness in the Western Conference. One idea gaining traction involves acquiring Dillon Brooks, currently with the Houston Rockets. The proposal includes sending Gary Payton II, Kyle Anderson, Moses Moody, and a 2027 first-round pick to Houston. This trade, while bold, brings a mix of potential and questions. Let's break it down. The proposed trade. Golden State Warriors receive Dillon Brooks. Houston Rockets receive Gary Payton II, Kyle Anderson, Moses Moody, 2027 first-round pick. Why Dillon Brooks might be the right piece. Dillon Brooks is known for his defensive intensity and fiery personality on the court. This season, he's averaging 12.6 points per game and hitting 39.4% of his three-point attempts, numbers that highlight his ability to contribute both offensively and defensively. The main appeal for the Warriors is his ability to guard top scorers. Brooks is one of the most physical defenders in the NBA and has the ability to wear down stars like Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James in playoff series. This defensive mindset is something Golden State needs, especially with a roster that has aged and lost some of its defensive intensity in recent years. In the Warriors' offensive system, which heavily relies on ball movement and long-range shooting, Brooks could thrive with clear opportunities created by the gravity of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. While he has been criticized for forcing shots in the past, the Warriors' tactical structure could help him focus on making smarter decisions. Additionally, his combative personality could inject new energy into the team, creating a mental edge in playoff matchups. However, this same intensity could also be seen as a risk if not properly managed. What do the Rockets gain from this trade? For Houston, this trade is appealing for several reasons. First, it frees up Dillon Brooks' significant contract and creates salary cap space for future moves. Second, the assets received are valuable both in the present and future. Gary Payton II, an elite defender who has proven his worth in the playoffs and would fit well with the Rockets' young core. Moses Moody, a promising young player with both defensive and offensive potential. He can be developed into an important piece for Houston. Kyle Anderson, a versatile veteran who adds experience to the roster and can help guide the young talents on the team. 2027 first-round pick, a valuable asset that can be used to acquire more talent or complement the existing core. This trade gives Houston more flexibility and alignment with their rebuild around young players like Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, and Amen Thompson. Is it worth the risk for the Warriors? This trade has its pros and cons. On one hand, adding Brooks could provide the type of intense defender the Warriors need to compete in the postseason. On the other hand, they would be giving up valuable players like Gary Payton II, whose defensive impact is already proven, and Moses Moody, who has the potential to grow within the team system. Another factor to consider is team chemistry. Brooks has a strong personality, and it's crucial that he adjusts to the Warriors' collective style, which has always prioritized teamwork above all. What do you think? Is Dillon Brooks the missing piece to strengthen the Warriors' defense and push them toward a championship? Or is the price of this trade too high? Do you think Brooks' impact on defense would make up for the loss of players like Payton II and Moody? Share your opinion in the comments. If you were the Warriors' general manager, would you make this trade? Let's discuss. 7. Marcus Smart to the Golden State Warriors. The right fit for another title? The Warriors are continuing to explore ways to strengthen their defense and backcourt leadership, and Marcus Smart emerges as an intriguing option. The 2022 Defensive Player of the Year, currently with the Memphis Grizzlies, would bring playoff experience and versatility to the team. Let's dive into the potential impact of this trade and what it would mean for both sides. The proposed trade. Golden State Warriors receive Marcus Smart. Memphis Grizzlies receive Gary Payton II, DeAnthony Melton, second-round picks in 2026 ATL, 2028 ATL, and 2029 GSW. Why Marcus Smart makes sense for the Warriors. Marcus Smart is a type of player who shines in high-pressure situations. He is known for his winning mentality, defensive intensity, and ability to lead both on and off the court. While his averages of 7.3 points, 3.8 assists, and 1.1 steals per game this season don't jump off the page, his impact goes far beyond the stats. In Golden State, Smart would be a key secondary defender to ease the defensive burden on Stephen Curry, especially against explosive guards from the Western Conference like Jamal Murray and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. His ability to guard multiple positions would complement the defensive versatility of Draymond Green and Gary Payton II. Offensively, he would bring stability as a secondary ball handler, as well as being a reliable facilitator in the Warriors' movement-based system. His playoff experience, including leading the Boston Celtics to the 2022 NBA Finals, is exactly what Golden State needs to bolster their competitive mindset. Why Memphis might consider this trade. For the Grizzlies, this trade offers an opportunity to reconfigure their roster without sacrificing the future. They would receive Gary Payton II, an elite defender, Warriors champion, and perfect complementary piece for Memphis. DeAnthony Melton. Returning to the team, Melton is a two-way player who has already shown his value in Memphis. Draft picks. 3 second-round picks that can be used as trade assets or to develop young talent. This trade also frees up minutes for Desmond Bane and Zaire Williams, allowing Memphis to invest more time in their young stars while maintaining salary cap flexibility for future moves. Is it worth the investment for the Warriors? Trading Gary Payton II and DeAnthony Melton for Smart is a low-risk move with high potential. While Payton II is beloved by fans and crucial to the defense, Marcus Smart offers a more complete package with leadership and experience. The Warriors system could also bring out the best in Smart's game, utilizing his ability to make an impact on both ends of the floor. Additionally, the second-round picks sent to Memphis are a reasonable price to pay for a player with Marcus Smart's pedigree, especially for a team focused on a championship. What do you think? Is Marcus Smart the missing piece to bring the Warriors back to the top, or would this trade be too costly for the team? Do you think he would fit well in the Warriors system, or should Golden State stick with their current core? So, what do you all think about these potential trades? I really want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share your perspective because your input is essential to keep the conversation going about the future of the Warriors. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the Warriors news.